Hello, everybody. Chewed some gum and some things had crossed my mind when I talk about catalysis and the Goldschmidt reaction. I also need to catalyze another process. Your views. Um, Noting that Nurdrage had done these as a proof that they actually work. How to make sodium using menthol as a catalyst. I want to discuss thoughts as a catalyst. Given he had basically done the Goldschmidt reaction with magnesium and sodium hydroxide without fire, using dioxane and a really ready stir plate, and I believe an Erlenmeyer flask. And the dioxane he had made from earlier from distilling ethylene glycol and getting the product dioxane, essentially a cyclic ether, which not something you want to take endogenously. And moving along the path of catalysis, employed menthol. There are many other alls and ons that we could take a look at to initiate a Goldschmidt reaction. To segue back on, given my non sequitur, I'd like you to take a look at how sodium hydroxide and magnesium can be catalyzed by menthol. Given that's true, what other Goldschmidt reactions could be employed? Even pseudo Goldschmidt reactions. Goldschmidt is essentially thermite. For those of you that know, iron oxide, rust, and aluminum powder, when very well homogenized to be essentially very well homogenized, can do. I'm willing to bet that if one puts the regular thermite mixture together in the same cyclic ether dioxane and puts menthol in there and does the same mixing, one will end up with pure iron. I'm sure it would take a certain amount of time, and if it isn't menthol, maybe it's carvone, maybe it's another all. Maybe there are several other things that we could take a look at given what he had been doing. The doctor behind the channel Nurdrage is definitely good at exploring things, and I love to see that he has inspired minds, including my own, starting from a very, very deep left field for myself. And it was the appeal of it looking like he was teaching us illegal things simply by altering his voice to appear as if everything he was about to say was forbidden knowledge. There's nothing so exciting to me as that which we're not supposed to know being taught to me anyways. It's got a regal appeal to me. So I am grateful for whatever catalyzed my thoughts, besides just the videos themselves, just this very day, given thought catalysts and crystal gardens, quantum entangled with our human minds, and noting that the crystals grow in certain clusters just because of adaptations, not because of thoughts. So there'd be a certain cluster that doesn't belong there. It's not erasing a thought when it goes away so much as erasing a method to thinking. Also, one can also use the groove method, where I'm noting that one can use rakes to fertilize a crystal bed. And knowing that and thinking about it, I'd like to catalyze some other things as I've just done. You'll see in time and know that that's real, given the fact that I'm using something for another time that has such things. I dare witness this as fact. I dare, given many experiential, very much just a lot of experiences, thought experiences, thought experiments even, given a crystal garden, for lack of a better word, noting that the human mind can be to a dimension, given there can always be more than one crystal bed per mind, where each bed is a dimension of dimensions of the human mind. One can have bed after bed after bed, and if one bed looked like we were really headed in a really good way, but this thing happened, well, we also have this other bed where it didn't happen, and noting that this one versus that one is the way to go, but that one had all the goodies in it. So let's take a look at what happens when we use augmenting the garden with other gardens. So you might even have them dyed so that you have the yellow one, the blue one, the purple one, etc. Or the one that has this smell, or the one that has that taste, given sugar, given water, and given polymers, and given rapid states. A garden that takes advantage of the surface of things, the surface tension of the water being manipulated by ripples that have been done by certain needles that poke down on the surface, and photographs of the surface tension, or a hyperlapse, or a slow motion camera for the sake of water, or even mercury, given quicksilver, and then taking advantage of the same vibration on a perfectly solid metal surface, and noticing that when it vibrates, it's going to vibrate faster than the known speed of sound in air and atmosphere, given that when you tap on a railroad, or when the train's coming miles away, we nearly hear the sound live compared to the sound of when a lightning strikes. And noting that you have to go 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 before we hear the thunder, unless it's right upon you, give or take a few feet. So I hope that this catalyzed non-fire using Goldschmidt reaction holds water, as I haven't done the experiment firsthand. The one with Nurdrage showed true proof, and he had done it with other alcohols, but we never thought to do it with other. Well, maybe I'll just ask him in the comments section so we can see what Nurdrage does. I don't have the same chemicals in my employ that he does. So I'll see if I can be a catalyst, a thought catalyst for his channel, as I've done with a couple of extractions in iron. Well, one with extractions in iron for sure, given the Cubane episodes. All right, everybody, take care and cheers. Okay, I dare say I'm the catalyst. Yeah. Again, a thought experiment because I don't have proof. I'd have to ask him directly. All right.